Alright guys, what's up? It's Tim, and in today's video is going to be all about the patch notes. This is going to be covering, I guess, Season 1. This is going to be my third video on Modern Warfare Call of Duty Season 1, which did begin today, or yesterday, the time when this video goes up, but it's going to be beginning on December 3rd, free for the same day on all platforms. And we kind of know already what was going to be included. We have Crash, Vagrant, Shipment, the new Ground War map port, a few gunfight maps, some new modes like Reinforce and stuff like that. So Reinforce is already in the game. We also have Crash 24/7, which is in the game, which is the gameplay you're seeing right now. This is literally the first gameplay I got on Crash, and I just went ahead and put it up. It's by no means an amazing gameplay, but I just wanted to put one up because I wanted to be as early as possible with this video. I ended up getting the battle pass. Sorry for anybody I disappointed out there, but I actually did have 1,000 COD points left over from when I pre-ordered Black Ops 4. So in my opinion, I wasn't going to spend the money or the COD points back in Black Ops 4, so spending it here doesn't feel like I'm really spending money. It kind of feels like, oh, this is my reward for holding on to it for an entire year. So it's good that COD points can transfer between different Call of Duty. So if you have spare COD points from like Black Ops 4 or something like that, or World War II maybe, yeah, definitely go ahead and consider spending it here. I wasn't going to get the battle pass, but after going through it, man, I caved. I really did. I did send a poll on Twitter, and at the time of making this video, the poll is pretty leaning towards no. But honestly, yeah, Modern Warfare is not fun, but like, I don't know. It's a good game. I have such a weird love-hate with this game. I don't love it at all. It's like a like-hate. But when it's fun, it's like really fun. So I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, let's talk about some of the patches, because that's what you guys probably came here for. And unfortunately, this video is going to be later than everyone else's, because everyone's going to make their video today on Tuesday the 3rd, but this video is obviously going up on Wednesday the 4th. So yeah, let's get started with some playlist updates. Yeah, like I said before, Crash 24/7, Reinforce. They also added Ramaza and Gunrunner to TDM 20 and Dom 20. So Gunrunner with 10 on 10 is going to be pretty interesting. I don't know if it's enough to make me play those modes until they remove some of the other larger maps, I guess we'll say, larger maps in those specific playlists, the 10v10s. If you get rid of some of those, I will go back into that, because if you play Ramaza and Gunrunner, I'm really excited to play those 10v10. I think that'll be a lot of fun. And the last thing about playlists is that they added night maps to hardcore TDM, search, and cyber attacks. So those aren't particular game modes that I willingly want to play all the time, but if you want to play night maps, there you go. They unfortunately removed a lot of good stuff. First of all, gun game, which I don't have an issue with, but they removed that. They also removed Shoot House 24/7. What are you guys doing? Infinity Ward. Let me talk to you guys real quick. Infinity Ward. Shoot House 24/7 was literally the biggest reason why I was able to, not able to, but why was the reason why I wanted to play Modern Warfare. Okay, the fact that you remove this is just such a huge slap. I don't know what to do. I really like that game mode, or that playlist. The map is just really fun. It's the Nuketown. Like, you can't get rid of Nuketown in a Call of Duty game and force me back on Azure Cave. Like, I'm not trying to play these maps. And people say, oh, just play Crash 24/7. No, okay. This video is also all about how Crash is just ruined from Modern Warfare, and I will get to that later, but let's continue on with some of the patches here. They fixed a lot of the missions and challenges. There was a 357 buckshot weapon range nerf, so they reduced the damage range, they reduced the effective hipfire damage, and tuned spread adjustments from the barrel. And it's actually kind of funny, because Daifu, actually, when I was playing with him the other day, he talked about how it was like OP and better than 725. So I guess they were aware of that too. But yeah, they completely reduced that damage range, and they made the 357 a lot more in line with other other pistols. There's some operations where they fixed those things too. A lot of Spec Ops stuff, some kill streaks. They improved effectiveness of FMJ on kill streaks, and they fixed the cluster strike dealing damage inconsistently when targeting a VTOL jet. That is a super specific case. I've never seen that happen, but As far as FMJ on kill streaks go, that's definitely a good sign. FMJ, for the most part, in many Call of Duties, just seems to be this like useless, like just very specific, very niche attachment. And in a game where you can only put 5, I don't think I'm gonna run that. So yeah, so FMJ is gone. I also didn't talk about the other playlist they removed, the 2v2 gunfight tournament, which unfortunately I wish I got to, you know, play at least a little bit of, but yeah, I didn't. Yeah, that's sad. Let me know if you guys played in the tournament at all. Let me know your thoughts on that. As far as some general multiplayer fixes, they tuned the riot shield to protect against grenades when thrown at the player's feet, which I dislike because that is an effective way to get rid of riot shield people. So the fact that they're helping or buffing riot shield users is a bit annoying in my opinion. They also reduced explosive damage within certain ranges. They fixed a bug where the final kill cam would appear under the map when a player got stuck by a thermite or semtex. I mean, who cares about kill cams? Yeah, there's an issue where players stuck inside the infantry assault vehicle would not take damage from thermite. That definitely needed to be fixed. And I guess the last thing I'll talk about here before I talk about Crash itself is shaders on PC. They fixed an issue that forced shaders to be fully recompiled after each title update. Shader installation should be expected mainly for new content, drivers updates, or changing the video card. So for any of you PC players out there who are, you know, watching this video for some reason, yeah, shaders have been adjusted and recompiled. So now that these patch notes are out of the way, they didn't really adjust any huge weapon things. I haven't gotten to try the Ram 7 or the Holger 26 yet, but those will probably be, you know, in upcoming videos. I am excited for, you know, the Modern Warfare content that is just continuously progressing through. Because if you think about it, we've had Shoot House and then now these 3 maps, which is basically 4 maps, which is a DLC. And we're like, what, a month into the game? So we have a free DLC basically so far. And that's really good. You know, you can complain like, oh, they're old maps or, you know, they don't give us enough. It's free, okay? End of the day, it's free. I like what they're doing. Good stuff here. Obviously the game could be better, but the content is good, okay? It's good content, it's free. Don't complain about that. Now, let's talk about Crash. If you've been paying attention in this gameplay, you will have seen that I get killed a lot, and there's many times, I think there's a spot in the middle, maybe it passed already, but there's a spot in the middle of this gameplay where I would run out and not know where I got killed from, okay? People just don't move, man, people just don't move on this map, and that's why Shoot House is better, because people actually moved on Shoot House. But anyway, as far as Crash goes here so far, they ruined it. They added a new quote-unquote safe space, and Blame Truth did make a video on this. I'm not the first person to, so if you wanted to, you could go check out his video, but he basically talks about how there's a new like door on the 3-story. There's a new entranceway into a head glitch, and it's just like, why Infinity Ward do you have to just, first of all, why do you have to make these maps bigger than they need to be? And next, why do you have to add head glitches and mounting spots and these annoying places for people to just play tactically? Like, people don't want that. There's enough of these spots in the game already. You don't need to make existing maps. You don't need to adjust them into your image of safe spaces and head glitches and things like that. Nobody really likes that, okay? Nobody wants to play head glitch warfare, okay? Stop promoting, you know, stagnant ADS play. Promote, you know, clear running lanes, okay? I'm not saying everything has to be 3-lane map, although I am an advocate for 3-lane maps. I never had an issue with that. I really don't get people who are like, oh, these maps are boring because they're 3 lanes. Do you want to play on cluster F maps where nothing makes sense and you get shot in the back all day? Like, is that your alternative? Like, I will take 3-lane maps even though they're boring because, first of all, they have flow, and second of all, people can't really camp in them. Like, if you do camp, it's the map is so small that you're gonna get overrun eventually, right? These maps, the maps are huge. You can't get there. There's obviously power positions. On Crash here, you can see there's plenty of power positions. Like, I ended up taking one somewhere around here, I think. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, that's Crash. They completely mishandled Crash. And if they did this to Crash, I haven't played on Vacant or Shipment yet, but oh man, who knows? And future maps that they might bring back, who knows what they're gonna do to these maps as well, okay? So I'm just being cautious here. I don't want, you know, to see all these, you know, fan favorite maps just be completely ruined. not in anyone's best interest, okay? But anyway, that's basically going to do it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. I am almost at 700 subscribers. Maybe I'm there yet at the time of making this, I don't know, but I really appreciate you guys. 700 is actually a big goal. It's a big number, so you know, ultimately the goal right now is 1,000. Hopefully I can hit that, you know, by the end of Modern Warfare. But I do appreciate the constant support. Views have been through the roof recently, and I only have you guys to thank, so make sure to leave a like. Yeah, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys, and peace.